Hi YouTube, it's Andrew from moneymental.co.uk here, the website dedicated to money and mental health. For this video I'm going to talk to you about 10 of my top eBay sales that I've had. As regular viewers will know, I started reselling on eBay around July time. I've made quite a bit of money doing that since then. I've been trying to do updates every week or a couple of weeks about how well I'm getting on. But to be honest, there's been so many sales of late that I felt showing you a video of stuff that I'd sold 2 months ago wouldn't really be relevant. But maybe this video showing you the top 10 items that I've sold over the last few months will be relevant, because it'll actually give you ideas of some of the stuff you can look out for, what sort of price you can pay for it, and how much you can expect to receive. Obviously some of these items will be rarer than others, but hopefully it'll give you some inspiration if reselling is something that you're looking to do yourself. So without further ado, we'll get in at number 10. I'll just minimize that. So here we are, number 10, and this is the Key to the Kingdom board game that was published by Waddington's. Just showing you some of the pictures of it here for you to have a look at. The game itself was in good condition, sort of fully complete with all the figures, etc. Got the manual. The packaging was a bit sort of tatty, as you can see, but nothing that you wouldn't expect from a board game that's, well, 1990, so it's nearly 30 years old, nearly as old as me. So yeah, anyway, I picked that up, that board game, picked it up for £2.99 in the charity shop, and it sold probably within a week or two of being listed for £30 plus £5 postage and packaging on top. So that's £3 into 30, which is obviously a massive return there. After sort of fees and everything had been taken off, I'm still looking at about £23–24 worth of profit on that item. So if you do see this board game out there, definitely worth picking up. Even incomplete, you can sell the sort of the parts, etc. in it for spares. But obviously if you get it fully complete, £30 was top end. So make sure you've got some good pictures of it and you'll make some good money. Okay, on to item number 9, and this is a Poppet. This is the 2004 Extreme 2. It was boxed, as you can see, although the box wasn't in the greatest condition, but when things are boxed, that does add sort of value to it. Had this listed up for a while. There was somebody who actually got a brand new and sealed version of these that they sold for over £100. Mine had been used, but I tested it. It was fully working. Took some pictures to show the box and the condition of it as well. Listed it on eBay for about £50, £55. Had a couple of watches, but no real interest. So I relisted it for £35 plus £5 shipping, and then I accepted an offer of £30 on it. It cost me £3.49 in a charity shop, so £3.50 into £30 plus shipping. Looking at around a nice sort of, again, £24–25, maybe even £26 profit on that. So if you do see these Poppets out in the wild and you get them cheap, especially if they're boxed, then definitely recommend buying them, because the return that you can get for them is great, especially in the run up to Christmas. I think this one sold 27th November, so definitely the time to buy these and get these sold. Okay. Next item is a Canon PowerShot digital camera. It was boxed, 12.1 megapixels, in good condition. Took a picture to show the box and everything. I'm not sure if it was missing any sort of cables with it. I'll just have a look on the description. Yeah, it was missing the USB cable. Not sure if that came with it or not. Obviously it didn't have an SD card with it, but everything else was there. The original accessories, instruction book and CDs for it. It's quite an old camera, to be honest. It's in the eBay product catalogue, so I was able to get all the details about the camera up there, as you can see. And just took some nice pictures of it. Picked it up at a car boot sale. Cost me, I want to say £4, which sort of a bargain for an HD sort of digital camera, good sort of megapixels for a good brand, and it sold for £40 plus £6 shipping. So definitely worth looking out for these cameras. I always tend to buy them boxed if I'm looking to sell them on. I have bought one that was unboxed, but that was for personal use, and actually they put it in an Apple iPhone box, which I then sold for more than they paid for the camera. So there you go. So anyway, the camera cost me, as I say, £4. It sold for £40 plus £6 postage. So £4 into 40. I think it probably cost me about sort of £3 to ship in the end. I don't think I bothered putting any extra protection on it, so I made £36 profit out of that. So well worth looking out for, particularly this model of camera seems to do quite well. Next is a board game that I shared the details of on the Tap Chat as a BOLO. 13 Dead End Drive. It's a board game from 1994. Just see if I can get pictures. There you go. That's what the game itself looks like. Picked this up again at a car boot sale. Probably cost me between £1 and £2. Knew nothing about it when I picked it up. I was assured by the seller that it was fully complete, but when I looked at it, I could tell it was a vintage board game, and I know that if I can pick up a vintage board game for £1 or £2, I'm likely probably to get at least a tenner for it. When I actually checked on eBay to see sold and completed on these, I could see they were going for about £45. So I was really pleased with that. Put it up for £42.99 plus £5 shipping, as I think the highest sale that had happened recently was about £47 or £48. And I got £42.99 plus £5 shipping in a couple of weeks of listing it. So definitely a board game to look out for if it's complete, and I think the pictures can help sell it as well. So we've got pictures there showing all the pieces and everything being in good condition. The box was in good condition on this one as well, so there was a bit of shelf wear which doesn't really come up on the pictures, probably just see towards the edges there, but I declared that in the description of the condition, and I also put it further down in the description because not everybody picks up on that condition there. So yeah, definitely one to look out for. As I say, less than £2 into 43 plus £5 shipping. I think it costs £4 to ship it, so you're looking about £35–36 profit, maybe slightly more on that. So really good buy, definitely looking out for those in the future. Next, something a bit different for me. I've been following a channel on YouTube that is run by a fellow reseller, and I'll just see if I can find it while I'm here now, because I know he watches these, so I'm sure he'll appreciate the shout out. But yeah, basically chap, Andy his name is, runs an eBay business and also has a store as well where he sells things, and here it is. It's Mr. Cha-Ching, UK reseller, so please subscribe to it because it's some great videos, some great inspiration there. Picks up a lot of stuff from auctions, which I haven't really gone into yet, but one of the things he does quite well with is watercolours and those sort of paintings, etc. So a bit of a chat with him, and he recommended if you can pick up a painting for a few pounds, give it a try, put it on for about 40 or 50 and see what happens. So I picked up this Octavia Thompson oil painting for £5 from an eBay auction. I say I don't do auctions, I do the online ones on eBay, but that's about largely as far as I've got. But yeah, I picked this up for £40, sorry, for £5. Listed it, and I think within a few days of listing it, I had a message from somebody. I had it for collection only initially. Didn't have any postage on it because I was a bit concerned about shipping this, wrapping it all up and making sure it got somewhere safely. But I had a message from a potential buyer who said he was interested in buying this could I ship it to the south of England. So I replied to say I'd consider that, but I'd rather wait a week or two and see if anyone picked this up on collection, because I'm not too far from Liverpool, so if there's a bit of local interest in it, people may want to buy it, you know, from Liverpool or somewhere, and come down to pick it up. But then he messaged back to say he was actually the artist's grandson, and this was actually painted in the year he was born. So he's really keen to have it. I didn't put it in the title, but I should have done. But it was 1980 it was painted. Obviously after hearing that, I couldn't say no to him, so I relisted it with postage and packaging, and shipped it down to him. So really pleased with that sort of first foray. £5 into 40 plus £8 shipping. And it cost, I think, about £6, just over £6, between £6 and £7 to ship it in the end. Although it did take a while to wrap, and I did have to get some advice from my fellow tat chatters on the Facebook tat chat group to help me determine how to wrap it so it arrived securely. But I did that. It got to him. He was very happy. He got this painting that was obviously done by his grandmother, so that's back with the family now. And I made a nice 30 odd pounds, I think it was about £36 profit in the end. So yeah, definitely something I'll look at exploring again. I've got a couple more watercolours, or sorry, paintings I should say, that I picked up in the charity shop for £3 or £4 each. So I'm going to get those listed in the new year and see how they do. Okay, next, I won't go into too much detail about this because I talked about it on my last video, but this is something I picked up in a charity shop for £7.50. It's a sort of static model display of the mallard, sort of cast from the original Hornby model, but not made by Hornby, though it is commissioned by them. So it's just sort of a display piece really, done by country artists who no longer exist, sadly. Picked this up in a charity shop, £7.50. Got home, couldn't find any others that had been for sale or are for sale on eBay. Eventually did lots of research and found one that had sold at auction for about £10. So I thought, I'll take a risk and list this at £50 plus £5 shipping, which was slightly less. I should have gone for £6 or £7 shipping. But yeah, £50 plus £5 shipping, and it's sold within about 3 or 4 days of being listed for full asking price. Really happy with that. It helps that it's the only one that was for sale on eBay at the time. Other ones of different sort of models of trains have gone for a lot less money, so it was a real punt with this, but I'd certainly do it again because it did have quite a bit of interest and watches before it sold, so worth a try. And definitely in the run up to Christmas, if you're considering what to buy for Christmas next year, have a look out for these sort of things, because with the rarity of them sort of being limited editions and no longer made, if they're sort of fully boxed as this one was and in good condition, then you've got potential to make some really good money there. Okay, and next, this is one that I picked up in a charity shop for £2. It's a Polar Express gift box, which actually includes a copy of the DVD and a little Brio train with some track that goes on a circle. I don't think I've got a full picture of it on the circle. I think I was struggling to get a close up on it, but that's a picture anyway. This one was in quite tatty condition, as you can see, quite worn. It was missing the cellophane wrapping that had been on there, and I don't know what made me pick it up because it was £2, but I thought something about having this Brio train and something in the back of my head so that Brio can be worth a bit of money, so give it a try. So I picked it up. Now, one of these in mint condition had sold last Christmas for £142, I discovered when I got home. It was in much better condition than this. It was, the box wasn't tatty, it had the cellophane on and everything. But when I discovered this, I listed it straight away. I put it on for £100. I included a link to the previous sale for that happened for 142. just to give people a bit of a clue as to why it was priced so high. And to be honest, it's been up since about August, September time, and it hadn't been selling. So I gradually dropped the price, and I finally had an offer on it when I had it listed for 70 of £30. So I accepted the offer. Then I had a message from the buyer a couple of days later to say that he wanted some additional pictures. So I sent some additional pictures of the box to him, and he said he was only prepared to pay £20 after seeing those, which was a bit annoying because he could have asked for those pictures before bidding, but he hadn't. Anyway, we agreed to cancel his offer. I relisted it for £70, and then it sold 2 days later. I had an offer of £50 for it, which I was very happy about. So I sold it for £50, including with £6 shipping on top. So £2 into 50, you're looking at about, there's nearly nearly £40 sort of profit on that after fees and everything's taken off. So a really good return there. I did notice actually that there's now a few of these on for sale on eBay, and actually some of them in better condition, which have been listed and gone for less money than mine, but they're still going for at least 30, anything up to the £50 mark that I got for mine. So if you see it for a couple of pounds, it's got the train with it, because that's what adds the value, is this Brio train. Then you're definitely gonna make some big money on it. Save it for Christmas though would be my advice. You can see this sold on the 29th of November. It just doesn't seem to sell outside of Christmas, which probably makes sense with it being the Polar Express sort of Christmas sort of theme. So that's that one. Next we have this Dinky Shadow 2. Those of you who follow me on Instagram may have noticed me posting a picture of this and 2 others that I've got. I've picked up 3 of these now. The other 2 not as in good condition as this. Not that I'm saying this is in brilliant condition, but it is missing. It is the paintwork's a bit sort of worn on it, but it is fully complete. It's not missing anything. It even has the missile in its missile launcher on the top, and the tracks. The other 2 that I've got are complete apart from missing their tracks, but I paid a lot less for those. I paid £10 for this one. I picked it up at a car boot sale. Did a sort of a bundle. Picked up a few other things as well, but this is the one I really wanted. Got it for £10. Had some offers around the sort of 24-25 mark, and that wasn't really enough for me, because I'd seen people were getting sort of £40-45 for it. I listed it high at 50 with £8 shipping. The extra cost on the shipping is to cover the insurance, because it's over £25. You have to pay more to My Hermes, or you can use UPS, which is what I normally do on high value items, as they still charge about sort of £6 for posting an item like this. But yeah, had it listed for about 3 weeks. Lots of watches, a couple of sort of low ball offers, but not high enough for me. I was looking, basically, I spent £10 on it, I wanted to get 30, and then somebody paid full asking price for it, and buy it now. So I managed to sell it for £50 plus £8 shipping. So I was delighted with that, because that was about £36 worth of profit on that item. So if you see these Dinky Shadow 2s out, you see them cheap and they're complete like this, then don't be afraid to pay up for it, £10-15, because you can make £40 to £50 on it. If they're not complete, I would advise paying a lot less. I've got a couple of others, as I say, that are not complete, which are going to be listing soon. So I'll give you an update on how those do. Probably put it on my Instagram and my Twitter as well. So if you follow me there, it's at Moneymental UK. You'll be able to see how they get on. But definitely pleased with that sale there. Next, I think this featured in one of my earliest sales roundup videos. This is a set of 4 lawn bowls. I picked these up in a charity shop. They wanted £20 for them, and I thought that was a bit too much. So as I went to pay them back, they put them back. They said they'd sell them to me for 16, so they'd had them for a while. So I said, okay, fair enough. I'll take them for 16. Didn't know anything about them. I only knew from following I think it was the Extreme Booters YouTube channel, who've just come back to YouTube. So welcome back, guys. That they'd picked up some lawn bowls before, and they'd sold them for about £40 or £50. So I thought, I'll give it a go. I might be able to get some money back. I didn't think I was going to lose me 16 anyway, so I was happy to risk that. And yeah, I had them listed for ages. I'd listed, I've taken a picture down, but they're actually in the wrong box. So the box that they were in was for a different set of bowls, and I didn't check the actual bowls themselves. I just assumed that they were the same ones as in the box. It turned out these were Thomas Taylor Linegold bowls, which obviously I know nothing about bowling, so I didn't know anything about. And somebody messaged me a few days after I'd listed them, I thought them as some sort of Henselite bowls, to say that these were Thomas Taylor Lignoid, actually I think it's how you say it, Lignoid bowls. So I changed the listing. Had they been the Henselite ones, they would have easily gone for £100. These Thomas Taylor Lignoid bowls are worth a bit less. But I had them up. I had them up again for ages, and I gradually reduced the price, reduced it to 70, and then somebody offered £50 plus £10 shipping, so 60 in all. The shipping costs obviously high because these bowls do weigh quite a bit, and they're a high value item. But yeah, I was happy to accept that offer. Sold them for, so yeah, 16 into £50 plus £10 shipping, 60 in all. Nice profit there, probably about £25 upwards worth of profit. So certainly, if you can see sets of bowls out there for a reasonable price, and the bowls are in good condition, I mean these are excellent condition, they've obviously been well looked after, then buy them. They might take a while to sell, but you will make a nice little profit on them when they do sell. Just remember that they are heavy, so they do cost a lot to ship. And we're almost at the end. Here is the end, in fact. This is the number one item that was sold recently. It's the highest value item I've ever shipped. It's a Nintendo 64 Pokemon Stadium edition. It's a special edition. It's in different colours to the traditional Nintendo 64. It's got a special Pokemon control pad with it, and it's got these stickers on it as well, so it's different colours and got stickers on. Boxed, these go for well over £200. Unfortunately, this wasn't in its original box or packaging, but you can see here, even so, it sold, and it sold for full asking price at £124.99 plus £10 shipping. Again, shipping costs high, not because of the weight of the item, but because of the value of it. I paid for extra compensation when I shipped this. I think it cost me about £8 to ship it in the end as a result. Just because if anything goes missing with it, I've lost quite a bit of money. Now it cost me, I paid up for this, it cost me £55 to buy this. I bought it from the Facebook marketplace from a chap who does up consoles and sells them on. So this is one that he'd fixed up. It's working perfectly. So he sold it to me. He sells everything through Facebook marketplace. He doesn't like using eBay and shipping things. He sold it to me for £55. I'd done my research before I got in touch with him, and I'd seen that one like this had sold for about 120 on eBay. I was still a bit naive about eBay at the minute, so when I bought it, I didn't really understand eBay fees, etc. But I knew that I'd make some money from it. So I bought it, and then I kept onto it for ages, because I knew that this would be the time of year to sell it, sort of November, December time, because somebody will want this for Christmas as a gift. So I kept kept testing it every so often just to make sure it's still working and everything. because he gave me some games with it as well, which I haven't included in this listing. Put that there was a little bit of a tightness on the controller stick, because that can be an issue for people. And I also put that it's designed to work with a CRT television, not a modern screen, because I don't want it to get returned if somebody saying it don't work with a TV. And yeah, it sold for full asking price. Well, I say full asking price. I had it listed for £130 originally. Didn't sell at that, so I listed it for £5 lower. And yeah, sold £135 all in. The total profit I made on this item, after sort of shipping and fees and everything, was £55. So I doubled my money on it. So I was very happy with that. Not sure I would invest that much up front in something again, unless I knew it was a certain seller like this, because I do prefer picking up things for sort of £2 or £3 and selling them for a profit. You know, so £55, I could invest that in sort of 20 or 30 items and make more money. But definitely one to look out for if you see it sort of priced cheaply. You get a working version of this with the controller, then you'll get a lot of money for it. So maybe don't pay as much as I did, but if you can get one for sort of 10, 15, 20 pounds, even 30 pounds, definitely go for it, because you will make your money back, especially at this time of year. And that's it. That's my sort of top 10. It was supposed to be an order of profit, but I slightly messed that up. But hopefully it's given you some inspiration and some ideas for the sort of things that you can look out for, that you can pick up fairly cheaply at car boots, charity shops, off Facebook, etc., and then put on eBay and sell for a massive profit. You could probably even make even more if you sold them via Amazon, but that's not something I've touched. So yeah, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please like, please comment, and if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. And don't forget to visit the moneymental.co.uk website as well. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.